Yeah. I'm not sure that I wanted to get myself into adulting, but it just gotta happen.
That's usually how you're playing in the sandbox one day, and then suddenly you wake up and you're like
paying a mortgage,
and then you're hit with taxes and having to
I just
vote.
want to be a stoner,
I feel
have
that.
sex, What's with all the other stuff?
I agree. I think life should be that fucking simple.
It's a good life.
It's not about Chris loves to smoke weed. We all love
Smoke
to smoke
weed and fuck. Yep, that's
Yeah.
I find that this gets stuck like when it's cold. Like it's
Anytime I've had a pen, you gotta keep it.
Suck it really.
Yeah, you gotta I've had to literally roll mine in my hands, get my hands really warm, and roll it to get the wax to.
Is that the trick? Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's stuck in there.
Come on, Sarah.
some Stone Age shit. Get it warm again. Come on.
Get it up in the
Spark
fire.
up, baby. Spark up.
Just praying for a flame.
I might hit that halfway through. If I hit it now, I'll go mute the rest of the podcast.
really?
No,
I'll
don't do
just
that.
be
Don't do
high
that.
and just. Can we get canes?
No.
Can we get canes?
I am eating meat again, and I cheated on you.
Bad girl.
I know.
So disappointed.
I know.
I'm
I tried
excited. I'm excited.
I'm
We can fight
disappointed.
over her, okay? We're gonna fight
All
over you.
vegans are disappointed right now.
I feel like Sarah's the little angel on my shoulder, and Chris is over here
Eat the chicken. Eat the chicken.
Oh my god.
Definitely. I've been vegan almost my whole life, pretty much. Since I was a kid. So for
Did your
me,
parents raise you that way, or?
yeah, they raised me vegetarian, and then I realized I'm allergic to dairy.
Well, dairy's shit for you anyway.
Yeah, so it was always killing my stomach, and but now it's so popular. It's so easy to be vegan now, and everybody's realizing getting on the bandwagon.
It's kind of cool that being healthy is actually starting to become a trend. Everything else, even though vaping is still a trend, and that's really things like this, or there's a plenty of other unhealthy habits for you. It's really cool that yoga is becoming a trend, and all these different things that are health conscious are starting to kind of appear.
Mm-hmm. I like it. It's good. Everyone's watching the documentaries, being let me try vegan.
Yeah.
I'm
I will say though, like Chris and I, we were talking about this on
Last week.
Yeah. Vegan I think it's great for many, many, many reasons. But I will say, obviously, for my reason, getting back on eating meat once a week, I was talking to Abigail Mack, who I'm sure you know.
Mm-hmm.
She was instead of just eating meat wherever or doing this or whatever, she's be conscious about supporting your local farmers or doing farmers market or finding healthy meat choices within people that don't it's free range cattle or free range there's free range chickens. What's the word for cows? Is it the same thing?
I'm not 100% sure.
But so the point
Not
is
a cattle farmer.
Not a question for me.
Right,
either.
obviously.
I don't know.
But so for someone like me, obviously, and it depends on blood types too. They say that not every diet is supposed to be working for everyone.
Right.
I noticed for my own health issues going way down because I didn't eat meat for a little over 3 months, and my health really kind of took a cascading fall. And obviously I wasn't doing the proper supplements during that time. I was taking my supplements, but I wasn't doing B12 because I totally forgot about it.
I do B12.
Yeah. See, and that's I could continue the lifestyle if I was doing that, but in the same sense, I was talking to a healthcare specialist on this topic, and they were saying that because vegans don't get the proper protein from meat, they have to get the extra protein from say peas or this or that or whatever. So they're actually upping their carb intake as well. So they're actually there's kind of it's a tipped scale. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard to say one is healthier
My
for you
whole
than
thing
another.
is I personally, I don't believe in the one size fits all. I think everyone should figure out what works best for you.
Yeah.
Do your research, everything in moderation. Obviously, if you're out eating McDonald's and Jack in the Box 4 days a week, you're probably not going to be feeling good. It's a reflection of how you feel is what you intake and what you do with
Anything
yourself.
processed is just bullshit anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I definitely made a big change in my health within the past 2 years. And I noticed a difference seeing and caring about what I take in versus not. There's a huge difference.
Well, I mean, your stomach is your second brain. That's what
Your
they
gut,
say. Have you seen
yeah.
that documentary on Netflix that talks about that?
What's it called?
It's called, I can't remember
Probably
exactly
have.
what it's called, but if you just type in brain documentary on
Is it
Netflix.
explained? That explained
No, it's
when
not
you were mentioning?
explained, but that's a really good
I've
one
seen that
too.
one. And the Game Changers, seen that one. Yeah.
But the one about the your stomach being your second brain and your gut being your second brain, they everything you put into your body obviously breaks down into a chemical. That's why say avocados are really, really healthy. It breaks down into healthy fats and serotonin and all these different things. But yeah, I mean obviously everyone does different diets for different reasons. Like I'm sure yours is probably both health choices and also, you know, when it comes to our environment and planet, you know, things like that. So
yeah, both. But yeah, everybody has different reasons for doing it.
Yeah. So I mean,
works for different people.
That was a big one for me, was learning that there is a huge group of people that are doing this for environmental reasons. I thought everyone was just trying to be healthier, cut out, you know, processed crap. And then you start learning about the environmental impacts, and all these people are doing it for that reason. And it is fascinating.
Yeah. No, I think that
I don't know too much, but
I don't know a whole lot. I'm educating myself on the topics.
Baby steps.
Yeah, baby steps. But like even Abigail was saying, she's like, just think about the fact when you support your local farmers, you're actually helping the environment by not having things flown in. You're not supporting people flying things in or bringing things in on trucks, and you know you're taking away that the supply to their demand or whatever, or demand of their supply. And by doing that, I mean, you're right there. You're eliminating toxins that are going into the plant or into the atmosphere. So that's definitely one way to look at it. But for me personally, and I know like a lot of people might disagree with me on this, but Chris and
I don't know. I'm nervous about what sometimes you have this look to you and I get nervous. It's a nervous smile.
No, like we were talking about this the other day, and I do believe, I don't think that eating animals is morally wrong. I think that there is a food chain and a presence to everything in the way that the environment works and the ecosystem and things like that. I don't think that we are at the top of the food chain in a characteristic of like, oh, we're smarter and we're better and we're more advanced. That's actually bullshit. I think starfish are much more advanced than human are. But
starfish?
Yeah, they can regrow their own arm. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Yeah. That's pretty fucking
like,
awesome.
They could literally be like, boop, here's another arm. I lost that one. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, lizards know how to.
What about dolphins? Someone told me recently about dolphins.
Super smart.
My point in that was.
We'll come back to dolphins.
My point in that was, I do believe that there's a way to go about things. Like for me, I don't think eating meat is wrong, as in a sense of like, I know some people don't want to eat anything that has a face. Okay, that's fine. That's your moral.
Yeah, it's just like how they treat the animals.
Right,
they abuse
exactly.
Them, and that's wrong.
The abuse of the animal, again, going back to what Abigail said,
do your research.
Get from your local farmer. Know who you're buying from. Know that the cows are happy and they're this and they're that, and you're supporting that environment and that love and that care of that farm. That's a beautiful thing. But when it comes to like, not eating meat, like Chris was pointing out to me, like, we are meant to eat meat. A lot of people will argue that we're not. Certain blood types, again, like AB, I believe, is the kind that you're supposed to be vegan. You are not supposed to ingest meat. But most O blood types, it's very, very unhealthy for us not to get those supplements from, those vitamins and those supplements from meat directly. But I think it's all about the way, like with the Indians, when they killed a buffalo, they used every part of that buffalo and they said thank you to that buffalo. And they said, like they used the tongue, they used the guts, they did all of these different things. And I feel like that's
for different stuff, though, right?
Right.
I don't think they ate every single.
But the whole premise was they respected the animal enough to say, thank you, I'm going to use every single part of you. Thank you for giving your life.
Right.
So for me, like, I get really offended when I'm watching like Naked and Afraid, and the guy's like, yeah, fuck you, lizard paw. And he's like, yeah, fuck you, I fucking got you. And I'm like, how about you stop for 2 seconds and say a prayer to that lizard directly and say, thank you for saving my motherfucking piece of shit life.
I've seen some people on there do that.
But that's how I feel about meat. So that's really all my point was on that, was just like, it's all
how
about.
we got on the vegan topic.
No, but
I was trying to talk about dolphins.
But because it's been something we've been talking about for the last couple weeks. But obviously for Sarah specifically, that's a big part of her lifestyle. And, but she's also you're also super active. I see you like hiking.
I'm always hiking, gym every day. Like it's just
and
a
it
lifestyle
shows.
for me.
She has like a fucking six pack.
Right.
Yeah, I would kill to have a stomach like that.
I'm really glad I didn't wear a crop top today.
Yeah.
I'm really glad.
I work at it.
Yes, I love it.